Hello Cougars, this is Dr. Jim Brewer, District Administrator for the Clinton Community School District. And a shout out of the week this week goes to everybody involved in spring sports, as we're well into the seasons right now in spring. And with me today to talk a little bit more about spring sports here at CCSD is Mr. Gamble, our Athletic Director.
Spring sports are off and running like Dr. Brewer said. We are rolling through everything. We have track going on right now, baseball, softball, girls soccer. We co-op with Turner in that regard. And then we also have boys golf going on. And we're really just kind of battling through the weather a little bit. Spring weather can be a little bit challenging. So we have a lot of changes that sometimes happen week to week. But when we have beautiful weeks like we've had so far this week, it makes life a little bit easier.
Yeah, it's been a tough spring though, right? I mean, there's been a lot of rain days that have come out, and I know how difficult that can be, or I can imagine how difficult that is for an athletic director. What goes into when we do get rain outside, say a popular day like a Tuesday or Thursday of sports? How do you reschedule?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. It's a lot of phone calls, I would say. I mean, it starts with a lot of phone calls, a lot of collaboration between umpires, if it's, let's say, a baseball or softball game, or other officials if it's like a track event. And then working with the other schools that are involved in the contest.
Sure.
And just trying to collaborate and figure out what dates work for all the different schools involved, really.
And I'm assuming that it's officials is probably the hardest part.
The officials are the toughest part right now. So if there's anybody out there that's looking to become an official, please think about doing that.
How does somebody do that? So if somebody's watching this, Mr. Gamble, and they're like, I've always kind of thought I wanted to go out there. I know a little bit about baseball or softball or other sports that are going on. How do I get involved in that?
Yeah, absolutely. The easiest way is you just visit the WIA website, and they have an officials tab right on the very top banner. And you can go through that process, and it says become licensed. It's really that easy. You can take a little bit of a test, and then you can get hooked up, and an email goes out. And depending on where you're located, it gets connected to us.
Nice. And so if somebody has any questions about that, they can come to you.
Absolutely.
Okay, absolutely. So reach out, because again, that's one of the biggest hindrances of rescheduling in the spring. Plus, there's a lot of games.
There is a lot.
Right, a lot of games that are going on, and we got tournaments coming up in a couple weeks.
We do.
Right, start of the tournament season. I'm assuming that our kids are pretty excited for that.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love to play in the tournament? Once that gets going, it's exciting. You play a different school that you may not have seen during the regular season, and you just get excited for that experience.
So, how do our folks know, like, when the games are, where do they find out the results of games, things of that nature?
So all that information can easily be found on our website. So if you click on the Clinton Community School District website, there's a tab under extracurricular activities, kind of redirects you to the athletic portion of that. That's where you can find like all those schedules. And if you go to the Rock Valley Conference site, so if you were just simply typing Rock Valley Conference, you could actually get a import of the calendar directly to your phone. So if there's changes and things like that, which oftentimes in the spring happens, those come directly to you as well.
Nice. Well, I want to thank you, Mr. Gamble, for all the work that you do, ensuring that our kids have a safe and fun exposure to the various sports that we offer here at CCSD. And go Cougars.